You know it well. There's something pulling you down. You want to be strong, but your emotions take control. You want to change, but comfort always wins. You want to move forward, but fear keeps you frozen. You watch others succeed, and you ask yourself, why not me? You curl up with your phone and scrolling through other people's lives while your own life is slipping away. You get angry because someone hurt you, but in truth, you are the one abandoning yourself. Do not deny it. You know that is true. The problem is not that life is too hard. The problem is that you have been too soft on yourself for too long. Stoicism is not here to comfort you. Stoicism is here to forge you like steel. Because only when you can endure the fire will you become an unbreakable warrior. The question is not, will life get easier, but rather, will you get tougher? Today, you either keep living in reaction or you start mastering every reaction. And when you master your reactions, you master your life. The 10 rules that follow are not for the weak, not for the excuse makers, not for those who only dream but never act. They are for the 1% who dare to be disciplined, who dare to face the truth, who dare to step through fear. If you are one of them, keep watching. If not, you may leave right now. Drop this to prove you are different. I am ready to take control of my life. Setup. Authority. You do not need more motivation. You need the truth. And the truth is, your mind is being dragged by old habits. If you want to change your life, you must change the way you operate inside. That is where Stoicism meets neuroscience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This is not just a quote, it is a formula for behavior, perception, interpretation, reaction. When you change how you define an event, you change the result. Epictetus reminded us, it is not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Science calls this cognitive reappraisal, reevaluating your perception. When you shift your mental frame, the amygdala calms down and your prefrontal cortex takes the lead. Your emotions settle, your mind clears, your decisions sharpen. Seneca said, "He who controls himself is free." Freedom here does not mean doing whatever you want. Freedom is the space between stimulus and response. That space is your strength. You expand that space through daily discipline. Neuroscience tells us this truth. Your brain is plastic. Neuroplasticity. Neurons strengthen based on what you repeat. Complain repeatedly. Your complaint circuit thickens. Take action repeatedly. Your action circuit strengthens. You become what you practice. Simple, precise, cold truth. Habits follow a loop. Cue, routine, reward. Cut the bad cues. Replace the bad habits. Design the right rewards. That is inner architecture, not fleeting inspiration. You do not wait for motivation, you build systems. Physiology matters too. Sleep, morning sunlight, moderate exercise, slow breathing, all lower your baseline stress and unlock calmness. You want peace? Send your body signals of peace. The mind will follow. Stoicism does not deny emotions, it positions them. Emotions are signals, not commands. You listen, you assess, then you act according to your values. Let reason lead. No noise, no drama, just quiet power. Here's your central principle. Control what is within reach. Let go of what is not. Each time your mind runs outward, pull it back and ask, what can I do right now? One call, one email, one workout, one clear decision. That is enough. Pattern interrupt. Stop. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, if I were the most disciplined version of me, what would I do in the next 60 seconds? Then do it. No motivation needed, just decision. You want authority? Here's your ritual. Each morning, sunlight, a glass of water, 10 slow breaths, and 10 minutes of journaling. What I control today, what I release today, 3 lines, gratitude, mission, boundaries, done. You start your day like a commander, not a victim. And you want proof? Look at your disciplined days. The bed was made, your body moved, your top priority got handled first, mood follows action, self-respect grows after discipline, confidence blooms each time you keep a promise to yourself. That is a victory loop. From now on, whenever chaos strikes, remember Marcus's words: if it is not true, do not say it. If it is not useful, do not do it. That's a behavioral filter. It cuts out the noise. It keeps you sharp. And here's your vow before unlocking the next 10 rules. Listen like a warrior, write like an engineer, act like an athlete. Each rule is a battlefield tool, a truth, an action, a reflection, an affirmation. If you want your life to change, you must change. Change what you repeat, change what you tolerate, change who you spend time with. Stoicism does not promise ease, it promises strength. Start right now. Quiet the noise in your head. Raise your standard of action. When you master the inside, the outside aligns itself. That is real power. Calm in the storm, movement through fear, and silence that speaks through results. One final reminder before the rules: do not demand inspiration, demand standards. When your standards are clear, choices become easy. The prefrontal cortex strengthens through repeated right decisions. That is the moral of discipline, doing the right thing at the right time in the right way. Epictetus concluded, first, tell yourself what kind of person you want to be, then do what you must. From this moment, act as the new version of yourself and let your identity catch up. Part 3, 10. Ruthless Rules for Self-Reinvention. Rule 1, control your reactions. Control your life. You cannot control others, but you can always control how you respond. The problem is you often react through old habits. One sentence sets you off. One criticism crushes your spirit. One small failure ruins your entire week. You think emotions are truth, but emotions are echoes of the past. Epictetus said, "What is beyond your control is not yours. The only thing that belongs to you is your response." Every victory in life begins here. Your reactions create results. Your reactions build reputation. Your reactions shape your future. You have ruined days because of seconds of lost control. You have said things you regretted for months. You have killed opportunities because of anger. The truth: when you are angry, others control you. When you are calm, you control the outcome. Stoics do not suppress emotions. They observe emotions, and then choose their response. A moment of silence can be stronger than 1,000 explanations. One deep breath can save your honor. React less, observe more. A modern example: a hostile text message, a social media drama, an annoying client email. Instead of exploding, you reply, "I will respond when I am clear." You win that battle instantly. Micro action: every time emotion rises, pause for exactly 3 breaths before acting. Inhale, "I am aware." Exhale, "I am choosing." 3 breaths can change the entire inner war. Refix your question: do you want to be right, or do you want to be peaceful and powerful? A reminder: self-control is not loud. It is quiet and sharp. Affirmation comment: I control my reactions. Rule 2. Take 100% responsibility. No blaming. No excuses. You have been blaming for too long. Blaming circumstances, blaming people, blaming the past. Every time you blame, you hand over control of your life to something else. You become the victim of your own story. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," meaning you are the one exaggerating the barriers. It is fear that builds the wall. Strong people do not ask, "Why did this happen to me?" They ask, "What can I do with this?" Taking responsibility is not self-punishment. It is reclaiming your power to choose, the power to change, the power to steer your destiny. You are not responsible for what others do, but you are responsible for what you do next. Modern example: you want to get fit, but you choose Netflix. You want to succeed, but you choose scrolling. You want peace, but you choose arguments. Life is the result of repeated choices. Want a new life? Then make new choices, not tomorrow, now. Epictetus reminded, if it is not good for your mind, reject it. Reject excuses, reject low standards, reject blaming. Micro action: write down one thing you have been avoiding. Do it today. No delay, no conditions, just do it. Reflection question: if you do not save your own life, who will? If not today, then when? You have the right. to become the strongest version of yourself, but that right only activates when you take full responsibility. Affirmation comment, I take responsibility for my life. Rule 3, discipline over emotion. Choose what is right over what is easy. You want to change, but you wait for inspiration to appear. You wait for motivation to knock on your door. You wait for the right mood before taking action, and that is why you stay in the same place. Emotions change every minute. Discipline builds your life. The day you do not feel like training is the day you need it the most. The day you do not want to work is the day you must work. Marcus Aurelius reminded, if it is right for the person you were born to become, then do it now. Discipline is not forcing yourself. Discipline is respecting your own promises. You once said, I will change. I will stop procrastinating. I will take my goals seriously. But every time you choose the easy way, you are reminding yourself, I cannot be trusted. No discipline, no self-respect, no inner strength. You do not have to always want to, you just have to always do it. Modern example, the alarm rings. You have two choices, wake the warrior or hit snooze on your dream for 10 more minutes. Those 10 minutes of delay are 10 minutes of failure. Not huge, but repeated long enough, they destroy you. Stoics choose challenge. Stoics know that short pain brings long strength, while short comfort brings long regret. Micro action. Pick the hardest task of your day. Do it first. Do not let your emotions decide your future. Reflection question, do you want it easy right now, or do you want to be proud of yourself later? Affirmation comment, I choose discipline every day. Rule 4, silence is power. Speak less, act more. In a world where everyone shouts to be noticed, the one who truly holds power is the one who does not need to say much. Have you ever bragged about your goals to get validation? Have you ever over-explained just to be accepted? Have you ever argued just to prove you are right? That is not strength, that is insecurity. Epictetus taught, act, do not announce. Silence is not weakness. Silence is self-control. Silence carries weight. Silence focuses your energy on what matters. Results. Too many words and not enough action destroy credibility. Fewer words and explosive results earn respect. So, real-life example. You can say you're going to change, or you can actually change and let them see it. You can argue to protect your ego, or you can walk away with your head held high. You can boast about your journey, or you can arrive and let success tell your story. Marcus Aurelius wrote, let your actions match your values. The loud ones are often those who doubt themselves. The quiet ones are those who know their voice has value. Micro action. For the next 24 hours, no complaining. No over-explaining, no bragging, just focus on doing what's right. Reflection question, do your words carry the same weight as your actions? Remember, a true warrior does not talk much about his sword. He draws it only when needed, and he wins. Affirmation comment, my silence has power. Rule 5, embrace hardship. Pain is the teacher of strength. You are taught to avoid pain, to avoid failure, to avoid risk, to avoid fear, but it is the search for comfort that makes your life more painful. Comfort is a sweet trap. The more you indulge, the weaker you become. Seneca said, hardship trains the mind like fire tempers steel. Every challenge is a test. It asks you one question only, are you worthy of your dream? You want strength? You must face what makes you tremble. You want confidence? You must confront what makes you doubt. You want peace? You must endure chaos without collapsing. Comfort kills ambition. Hardship activates potential. Modern example, you want a strong body, endure muscle pain from training. You want career growth, take on bigger responsibility. You want a strong mind, face pressure without running away. Pain is the signal of growth. Every wound is a lesson. Every fall is an upgrade command. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the obstacle is the way. Do not wish for a smooth road. Learn to walk strong on rough ground. Micro action. Take a cold shower for 60 seconds every morning for 1 week. No negotiation, no excuses. Just stand in the cold and breathe deeply. You will discover how strong you really are. Reflection. Question. Do you want an easy life or life worth living? Affirmation comment. I grow through hardship. Rule 6. Cut the toxic. Protect your energy and your standards. You cannot rise while holding on to things that pull you down. Not everyone you meet deserves a place in your life. Not every habit deserves to stay alive. Not every thought deserves to be heard. Epictetus reminded, be cautious about who you allow to influence your mind. Look around. Is there a relationship that drains you? A habit that eats away your self-respect? An environment that keeps you average? Energy is your most precious asset. Do not let it leak into unworthy places. A modern example, online drama, friends who only drag you down, pointless hangouts, late night scrolling and lazy routines, negative self-talk. You cannot fly while clinging to stones around your ankles. Marcus Aurelius said, act as if you were forbidden to do something worthless a second time. Cut, not because you are cold, but because you respect your path. You must choose between those who make you better and those who make you doubt yourself, between habits that build your future and habits that steal it. Microaction. Today, write down one toxic thing you will eliminate within the next 7 days. Follow through. This is a promise of honor to yourself. Reflection question. Is what you are holding on to holding you back? Affirmation. Comment. I protect my energy. Rule 7. Step into what scares you. Fear is your compass. You know what you need to do, but you are afraid to fail, afraid of being judged, afraid of not being enough. Fear freezes you, but standing still is the real failure. Marcus Aurelius wrote, do what needs to be done, even if you tremble. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is the signal that you're getting close to something meaningful. The road to strength always passes through discomfort. The more you avoid what you fear, the bigger it grows inside you. The more you face it, the smaller it becomes before your eyes. Modern example. You fear public speaking. Learn to speak. You fear starting a project. Start it even if it is not perfect. You fear a single rejection. Dare to ask for what you want. You fear being misunderstood. Live in alignment with your values. Fear something. Do that thing. Seneca reminded, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Reality is not as frightening as your imagination. Do not run from emotions. Lead your emotions. Give your mind a new message. I will act even when I'm afraid. That is the root of confidence. Confidence does not come from victory. Confidence comes from choosing to fight. Microaction. Choose one thing you have delayed because of fear. Do it within the next 24 hours. Small is fine, but do it for real. Reflection question. If you feared nothing, what would you do today? Affirmation comment. I step forward even when I am afraid. Rule 8. Focus only on what you control. Release the rest. Your mind is tired not because you do too much, but because you think too much about what you cannot control. You do not control what people think about you. You do not control the weather, the market, or luck. You do not control the past you have already lived, but you always control your attitude, your effort, your response. Marcus Aurelius wrote, concentrate on the task in front of you. When you fix your mind on what is out of reach, you hand your fate to chaos. When you return to what you can do, you reclaim your authority. Modern example. You cannot control negative comments. You can control continuing to create value. You cannot control whether others are honest. You can control your standards. You cannot control whether others love you. You can control how you love yourself. You cannot control the outcome, but you can always control the process. Seneca said, it is not events that strain the mind, but our thoughts about events. You worry because you want to control the uncontrollable. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is refusing to fight battles that are not yours. Peace arrives when you shift your attention from outside to inside, from results to actions, from expectations to standards. Microaction. Draw 2 columns. Left column, what you control. Right column, what you do not control. Cross out the right column completely for today. Spend your energy on the one column that remains. Reflection. Question, whose battle are you fighting? Affirmation comment. I focus only on what I control. Rule 9, do not live to be accepted, live to respect yourself. You have edited yourself to please others. You have held back your potential so no one feels uncomfortable. You have abandoned your goals because you feared judgment. When you live like that, you hand the right to define you to other people. People will always have opinions, always have comments, always have judgments, no matter what you do. Marcus Aurelius said, "Their opinions do not harm you, only your belief in them can harm you." You were not born to be a version that everyone agrees with. You were born to be a version you respect. A truly free person does not need permission to live by their values. Modern example, you post valuable content. They say you are pretending to be a philosopher. You work hard. They say you are money obsessed. You raise your standards, and they say you are delusional. If you live by their mouths, you die to yourself little by little. Seneca reminded, you will never be loved by everyone, so prioritize being respected by yourself. Do not ask for permission to shine. Do not shrink so their eyes will not hurt. Choose your path. Walk it even if nobody claps. Micro action. Today, post something you are proud of. No explanation, no apology, no waiting for approval. Reflection question. Do their opinions put food on your table? Affirmation comment. I live by my standards. Rule 10. Memento mori. Remember you will die. Live boldly today. This is the coldest rule and the one that frees you the most. You live as if you have infinite tomorrows. No, you do not. You delay your dreams. You delay your words of love. You delay a life worth living. I will do it later. I will get to it tomorrow. Someday I will, but when is someday? Who can guarantee it? Marcus Aurelius wrote, do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Time is passing, and you are passing with it. Death is not here to scare you. Death is here to wake you up, to remind you that every day is a privilege. If today were the last day, would you still scroll mindlessly? Would you keep envying instead of striving? Would you keep holding anger instead of love? Would you keep living like a shadow? Tomorrow is not something you own. Tomorrow is only a hope. Only today is real. In the modern example, you want to say thank you and say it. You want to apologize, let's apologize. You want to begin. You want to change, take action the moment this video ends. Seneca reminded, we live as if we were immortal, while each minute is slipping away, never to return. Let finitude become your fuel. Let the fear of wasted time become the reason you live true. Micro action. Write down 3 things you will do today as if you would never have another chance. Reflection. Question. If you had only one day left to live, would you dare to live true to yourself? Affirmation comment. I live boldly today. You are no longer the old you. You came this far not by accident, not by luck, but because deep inside, you know you were born to be stronger than this. The ordinary left at minute 2. The weak quit halfway. The excuse makers turned the video off long ago, but you did not. You are still here. You look straight at the truth about yourself. You face the part of you that you used to avoid, and you have moved through it. That is already a victory. You have proved you belong to the few who are willing to forge inner steel. You choose to rise instead of lie down. You choose action over complaint. You choose discipline over emotion. From the second forward, you are no longer the old version. The old version did not survive this journey. You have moved through it. You have upgraded yourself. You have stepped into the territory reserved only for those who dare to take full responsibility for their lives. Let me be clear. You did not come here to think, that sounded nice, and then forget. You came here to change, to act, to turn ideals into real life. You are a warrior. No bragging, no complaining, no waiting for anyone to save you. You save yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, no one can take your power unless you hand it to them. You have taken your power back. You have pulled it out of the hands of fear, laziness, and self-doubt. You have gone far enough to look back at the road behind you and quietly say, I can do this. But now look forward. The road is long. The challenges are harsh. And because of that, the glory ahead is worthy. You are not here to be like everyone else. You are here to rise above everyone else, not to prove anything to them. but to prove to yourself that you were right not to quit. Starting today, you respond like the one in control. You live by your own standards. You dare to feel pain to grow stronger. You dare to feel fear to move forward. You dare to live as if time were limited. Your silence has power. Your consistency has authority. Your discipline is an invisible sword that cuts through every obstacle. This is the turning point, from being controlled by emotions to being the one who controls emotions, from the reactor to the one who takes action, from a victim of circumstances to a sculptor of destiny. You are no longer trying to change. You are becoming who you are meant to be. A Stoic warrior does not need to be understood, does not need to be praised. They let results speak. Take a deep breath, stand tall, lift your head high, look in the mirror and say, I am the one who directs this life. Because the truth is, you have already begun to do it. End the ritual of mastery. You have finished this journey. You have listened to sharp truths. You have faced uncomfortable facts about yourself, and you are still here. That tells you one thing. You are not the old you anymore. You belong to the few who dare to stare straight at their weaknesses and turn them into strengths. You did not watch this video to feel comfortable for a moment. You watched to change your entire life. Philosophy will not make you stronger if you only listen and leave it there. Power comes from daily repeated action, every conscious breath, every disciplined choice, every step without excuses. Marcus Aurelius once urged, do not talk about a good person, become one. So right now, prove that you are truly different. 3 simple actions, but they are the marks of someone who is in control. Press the like button. Press once to make a commitment to yourself. I choose discipline. Write your affirmation in the comments. I am my own warrior. No explanation. No asking permission. One declaration, big enough to change your direction. Subscribe to the channel, so every day you receive a reminder. Today is the day to be stronger than yesterday. If this content woke you up, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Spread strength and keep your standards. Your future is decided in this moment. Will you keep watching and then forget? Or will you stand up and act now? Do not make tomorrow pay the price for today's hesitation. Time does not wait for you to be ready. Time waits only for those who dare to begin. Breathe deeply, lift your head high, live as if you know the value of every minute. If you fall, stand up again. If you are afraid, take one more step. If you doubt, repeat the vow, I take control of my life. See you on the next journey with a new version, stronger than today.